this is the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam, and it's a more modern building, but the parts of it have actually been saved, and the parts which are in the museum are original, and so it's quite interesting. Now, it is a bit on the expensive side, I think, to get in at €8.50. I mean, okay, I can just about afford that, but I think if I were still a student, or maybe I'm just thinking 20 years out of date. Inside it's quite minimalistic. There's not a huge amount of things on display. I think I read absolutely everything that was there, and it took me about an hour to get through it. On the other hand, one does get an impression of the conditions which the people were hiding in, which I do need to state were somewhat more luxurious than what most people were hiding in. They certainly had much more room, and a diet which was much greater than, well, I mean, luxurious by the standards of most people hiding. Of course, it was pretty horrible being in those conditions, and with blacked out rooms, and you can imagine the tension of 8 people living there together. Of course, I'm comparing the way people lived in Poland. Anne said that they knew that people were being gassed. She heard it on the radio, the 20th of October 1942. She wrote that in a diary. So it was pretty clear that they knew what was going on even then. At that stage, people were being taken to the death camp in Sobibor from Holland, and they started taking people to Auschwitz in the late spring of 1943. So I think it's worth a visit, should you be here. Staff are very nice. I didn't film inside, but it said clearly don't film inside, so I didn't. And I know that doesn't always stop me from filming, but as I'd already talked to the staff, I could hardly have them then looking at my website and seeing the fact that I disobeyed their clearly written instructions. So I'm afraid if you want to see it, you're going to have to come here and see it for yourself.